weakness that the speakers have, and help him find the part that he needs more attention, and to guide him through his future speeches. And as Thomas' friend, personally, I know that he is a humorous and outgoing kid. Not kid, a friend. A friend, yes. And as his evaluator, I think that tonight his presentation, his speech is really humorous. Before his speech, I was rehearsing his speech with him for 2 rounds, and at the beginning of the 2 rounds, I can't help but laugh because he has a very interesting opening, which starts like, who am I? It's a deep question that has brainstormed a lot through thousands and thousands and thousands of memories to tell us who he is. I think this kind of opening is slightly bizarre and also combines a lot of exaggeration, and he also made it really personal. The BEP rules that had mentioned before during our meeting. B is for bizarre, E is exaggeration, and P is personal, which is used for humorous speeches. But it is also cool to use as an icebreaker because he used it in a very good way. And the structure of his speech is really clear, starting with the overview background, the origin of his own, and then extending it into something more deeper, something that he likes. I can still remember skating, painting, and dragons, some picture things, some fiction things, and although there's lots of good things about his speech, I think there's still some space for improvement. We all know that there are 3 very important points for speakers. First is the speed, second is the tone, and third is clearness, which means that whether you are being articulate or not. And for Thomas, he is speaking in a good speed, which is improved a lot from his previous rehearsal. But I suggest him to pause more naturally when you are trying to deliver something important. You can pause more naturally instead of letting the audience feel that you are thinking on what you're going to talk about next. And for tone, I mentioned Thomas that talking to a friend and talking in public is 2 different kind of things. Though you are standing on the stage talking to a bunch of your friends, but it is still different. But Thomas has used it in a good way because he showed that he is talking to a bunch of friends, but not making it too formal, but a little the atmosphere a little more freer than a public speech. And third, the way that he pronounced, he has a good pronunciation in fact, but perhaps because he is an overseas student, he may have a little accent, British accent problem. But for audiences, it is also important for you to develop the ability of listening English in all kinds of accents. And for Thomas, wait a minute, you're making me nervous. And for Thomas, his accent is actually quite good, but I'd like him to, be more particular on some words that has, British accent or pronunciation, because most people here aren't that familiar with British accent. So these are the parts that you can focus on more, but all in all, it is very good, very cool. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Daniel's detailed and supportive advices. And then we'll have a combination of JJs. Today we'll have Joe